Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to some more Titanfall. It's your boy Zai AZ, the smoothest fingers in the gaming industry, here bringing you another Titanfall gameplay. I got on last night, and this is an example of how laggy this game can be sometimes. It is so weird how the servers, ever since they added those new Apex tournament servers, just how bad the game just feels now. It used to feel so smooth. I never had a problem with the lag. But these last couple weeks, it's just been feeling horrible. I don't know what's going on, man. I'm trying to play the game, trying to enjoy myself, but man, like everybody lagging. I do understand that there's not a lot of players playing anymore, and that sucks. But it is what it is, you know. I wish the game was just all around free to play. More people would play it then. But you know, EA got to make their money, you know, off a game that's fucking, what, 4 years old at this point almost? I mean, come on, man. It's unheard of. But nonetheless, I got some news for you guys. Now, I told you guys I have a lot of creative ideas, and it ain't slowing down, baby. We can keep doing this all year till we get this Titanfall 3. I ain't stopping, man. I'm not stopping. But this is one of my creative ideas. So this stemmed from a comment on one of my YouTube videos. The last video I did, I'm pretty sure it was. I'm not looking at it right now, but I'll have it up on the screen. This guy talked about BT and BT's role in the next Titanfall. And I had a guy on my last video also talk about the story of Titanfall, which I haven't even discussed. That's crazy, right? I've only been focused on the multiplayer. But Titanfall 2's like gem is really the story. I mean, Titanfall 2's story is arguably the best first-person story in history. Now, I don't want to go too crazy. I do like Halo. I do like Call of Duty. I do like some other games, all right? Doom Eternal, all right? We're hopeful. We're hopeful for Doom Eternal, all right? We all are, all right? But nonetheless, BT's role in Titanfall 3 is what we're here to discuss today. And I think the best way to bring this about is to really get to discussing the impact that BT had and the pilot versus mech relationship that you develop in the game. I really love that, man. You know, I'm not a guy who really can get in tune with robots because, for one, we know how real life works with corporations and them running robots and all the movies we've seen, you know, Terminator and stuff. Like, who could really be friends and have a great time with a robot? You know what I'm saying? But I don't see robots as all bad. You know, even if they were to come in real life, I don't see them as all bad. I feel like we already have robots. I mean, your phone's technically a robot. It's talking to you. So technically, it is a robot. So that relationship between the robot and the player and the interface that they create during the game is what I want to see developed more. I want to know why they created BT, why they created these Titans. And I know you'll say with the war and all of this stuff and technology, I got that. But how do they develop personalities within the game? Let's explore that region. Does that make sense? Let's explore that. And also what I want to see is I want to see like a Ghost-like character, a Modern Warfare 2 character in Titanfall. He doesn't have to be the main character. He doesn't have to be the character that we love the most or we enjoy the most. But he has to be impactful. We have to have a side character that makes the game worth adventuring and worth wanting to find out more about. Because that's what Modern Warfare was for me. I mean, I remember when Modern Warfare 3 was getting leaked back in those old days. If you were around back then, you know what was going on. But I remember everybody talking about, yo, Ghost is coming back. Something about Ghost. This is how Ghost is going to operate. This is how things with Ghost. I mean, you guys all know that. So to have some more lore, especially with the robots and especially with BT. And if it's not BT, another robot, but hopefully it's BT. We can get some more. Look, I really enjoy what Titanfall has done in terms of reinvigorating and rethinking how first-person shooters are supposed to be. But now let's start rethinking the storyline, all right? Let's start rethinking how we tell stories. Let's start making it more intuitive so that it's more seamless for the player to engage in. And what I mean by that is I want to make BT the focal point of Titanfall 3. Look, it's called Titanfall. It's not called Pilotfall. I've said that in a video before, and I'll say it again. The game is not really about the pilots. It's about the interaction between pilots and Titans and the way Titans are used on the battlefield. I mean, it was absolutely stunning to see when Titanfall was getting announced. Titans and mechs and players coexisting on a battlefield, and then you got minions. I mean, it was crazy. I never seen nothing like it. And that's what I want the story to be. I want to get more into these robots. I want to see how these robots are designed, how they're created, how Hammond Robotics does all this stuff. And I mean, you can even throw some Apex Legends characters in there. Imagine being a pilot or being BT in a storyline with BT or a pilot, both together, it doesn't matter. And Mirage is helping you. Or Wraith is helping you. Or, you know, something. Or you're trying to defeat Revenant. I mean, there's so much ways they can now explore this. And that's what I really appreciate about Apex Legends. And I really appreciate about how Apex Legends ties into Titanfall. Is that they never gave themselves a narrow storyline in any of these games. I mean, in the first one, there really wasn't a campaign, but if you paid attention to it, there was some lore there that you could get into, but it wasn't a lot. You know, we all agree that the first Titanfall was lacking in the story department, but there's nothing lacking in the Apex department, and that's not even a campaign, but there's definitely nothing lacking in the Titanfall 2 department. So I don't see why we can't start reanalyzing and rethinking how we tell these stories within Titanfall and Apex. Because look, there is a lot of creativity in that room that Respawn makes these games, and I don't know where they make them. I don't know where Mastermind Vincent Pella's doing this at, but I know it's happening. All right, I know what's going on back there. I feel like I can see it. When they make a game, I feel like I get so ingrained in Titanfall and even in Apex that I really feel like I feel the soul in the game. That's what I love about Respawn the most. And I want to see that brought back to their stories, because they made some of the greatest stories. Titanfall 2, Modern Warfare 2, COD 4. I mean, it is miraculous how great of a story these guys can make. I mean, Jedi Fallen Order was another one of these. So I want to see the storytelling, man. I want to see the interaction between BT and the pilot, if they're not going to let us play as BT in some of the missions like they used to, but I think they will. I don't think that's going to be a problem. But I think the reason BT is going to return the most, and I think that BT is going to play the most impact in the next game, is I think they're both going to die. Look, I'm not trying to spoil anything. I'm not trying to say that I know this, because I don't. But I think they really have to die. I mean, let's be honest. Titanfall 3 is probably going to be the last Titanfall. They're already hesitant on making Titanfall 3. They already got so much other projects. And I'm cool with that. As long as Respawn gives us Titanfall 3, makes it free to play, gives us crossplay, and gives us enough content to just keep replaying it, I don't see why Titanfall 3 can't last for a long time and be the generational shooter that I think it'll be. Now look at these noobs up here. You see all these pilots up here? I mean, what are they doing? This is what I was dealing with all game, guys. I could not believe what was happening in this game. Not only was I getting like super weird hit reg, but I was also getting super laggy players. But most importantly, these players were playing like scrubs. You'll see towards the end, I tried to get to 100. I was going to be the 4th player to get to 100. I had a really solid team this game. But it just doesn't work out because people, look at this guy. He's skipping. Look, I mean, what you want from me, Titanfall? People are already moving at the speed of light. You think I can just catch them when they lagging? Oh, no. I ain't going to be able to do it. People out here junking, man. You know, when they get off their G Fuel, they get the twitching. They get the tweaking out here. It's so crazy that people start taking Adderall for video games, man. This shit's crazy. I remember the first time I heard about that, man. It was wild when I heard it. Anyways, back to the topic, man. I got a little off topic. You know, we're having a good time here. I honestly, when it comes to the video and when it comes to the topic at hand, I really am freestyling this. I'm really just thinking off the top of my head, what do I want to see with BT? Because when it comes to these Titanfall videos, usually I got to script it, I got a way that I want to present it. And you guys know how my videos go. Sometimes I cut comment, and even when I cut comment, it's usually in a presentable fashion. But for this video, it's really something creative. It's really something unique. Because when you think outside the box, like Respawn has with this game, and you do it from a freestyle method, you know, there's always planned and orchestrated ways that you can design a game, or you can design anything. If you guys do any art, you make videos, you draw, there's different ways of doing it. And, you know, you got freestyling, and then you got, you know, just the drawing up, the method of actually doing it, you know, the planning and the structure of it. Which you got to find balance. That's what the great ones do. But in this game, that's the theme of the game. It's the balance. It's the balance between the Titans and the pilots. That's always the meta. In this game, I don't think they hit it as great as they could have hit it, but they tried. You know what I'm saying? They tried really hard. I see the effort. And in the next game, I want to see it expanded. Not only in the multiplayer section, but in the single player section as well. So there'll be way more videos. Did you see that guy get charge rifled? What was that noob doing? And he ain't know what was happening. He ain't know he was messing with the OG. The OG of Titanfall. Baby, I've been playing this thing since the first one dropped. Don't do it. Don't do it. Bought a whole Xbox for this game, man. I'm here with that charge rifle. I've been doing this thing. But there's more videos about the single player going on. Alright, I got a lot more videos. I'm going to actually go back and play the single player this weekend, so I can make better videos and I can get re-educated on everything that happened, and so I can present better videos for you guys, because you guys love it. And we're going to continue to make this until Titanfall 3 comes out. Alright, we're going to continue to push this, and I want to see if they're going to handle BT with some love and care. No. With some tender love and care, or they're going to throw him to the side. I don't know, man. BT's a very touchy subject. We'll get into the leaks and some of the other stuff, as well as some other videos about why BT has been hinted at already coming back in Titanfall 2. I mean, we all seen the end, and if you haven't seen the end, spoiler alert, he gets hinted at. But we'll just have to wait and see what happens. As always, ladies and gentlemen, bless up. It's your boy, Zy AZ. I'll catch you in the next one.